Many people believe the shape of human teeth indicates that humans are herbivore or carnivore. But that is not the case, it's a little more complicated. Unfortunately, if we continue like this, we will definitely extinct our generation. Hello and welcome back to Health Relaxing Tube. Healthy Eating. Part 1. Carnivore or a herbivore? The question that always and everywhere arises is whether man is a carnivore or a herbivore? The real answer is none of this. Humans are neither in the carnivore group nor in the herbivore group. In fact, man is an omnivore. Herbivores that are like cows, horses, camels, giraffes, elephants, and so on. And carnivores are like lions, tigers, leopards, dogs, cats, and so on. It is better to pay more attention to the human digestive system and the dental system. Because some people believe that the human dental system is not carnivore, but humans are not herbivore either. Animals and humans that have survived in nature due to the passage of time and adaptation to the environment, and the reason is that they are omnivores. And they can eat everything. Of course, I do not mean that everything can be eaten, so you don't have to eat everything. But they adapted to different circumstances. The bear is a carnivorous animal. It may not eat animal meat at all for 6 months or even a year. So it digging the ground and eats the roots or eats the seeds or the berries and the fruits. Monkeys, pigs, and many other animals discipline themselves with conditions in which they can eat meat, plants, seeds, vegetables, and fruits. They are not part of a specific group. Man can also eat everything. Since our topic is proper nutrition, we better talk about what happened in nutrition. When we want to identify something, we must first go back in time and see what the root of human nutrition was. What has happened now? When we go back to 1 or 2 million years ago, we see that man was originally a gardener because he was constantly moving and eating only the seeds and plants which has been identified by him and grown on earth. After a while, man saw other animals hunting and eating. He started to learn from them and over time as he further evolved, began to hunt. Hunting caused man to make some other tools for better hunting and other activities. Also, hunting and eat the meat of animals gives humans ability to find some more time, because when he was a gardener he had to eat all the time. If you look at herbivores animals right now, you will see that they are constantly eating. Also, when you look at carnivores, you will see that after a hunt and eating, they go and rest. Sometimes they do not need to eat for 1 or 2 or 3 days. When man learned to hunt, he was given time and opportunity to ponder, and it was one of the reasons that man was able to grow and develop more. And so it went until about 30,000 or 40,000 years ago when humans began to domesticate some animals. Livestock and herding began about 30,000 or 40,000 years ago. And man began to raise animals such as horses, cows, camels, goats, sheep, chickens, roosters, turkeys, and other animals. And of course the dog, which may have entered human life about 100,000 years ago and become one of man's best friends, or perhaps man's best friend in nature. Livestock and herding also give man more time to rest. As his leisure time increased, he paid more attention to other things. There was an opportunity for man to grow more. Until about 15,000 years ago, humans evolved further and began farming with a greater understanding of plant materials and where they grew. Human knowledge about agriculture began to take shape around 13,000 years ago, which was a major leap in human evolution. The evolution of the human brain and human thought caused man to start urban planning, and the mode of moving constantly and traveling became less and less. About 10 or 12,000 years ago, with further evolution, inventions, and other things also increased. With this brief talk about the history of man, you can see that man eats almost everything. Everything has been in the human diet, and is an omnivore. During this period, agriculture, which is very important, was formed about 10 or 12,000 years ago, and for this reason, the most important factor in human health is the method of agriculture. In other words, the most important factor in human health that is directly related to human nutrition is the soil, the topsoil. The substances present in this surface layer of the soil are to feed the plants. All of us, whether vegetarians or carnivores or fruit eaters, all feed on the same surface area of the earth. Everything that is directly or indirectly related to the nutrition of all of us creatures comes from this topsoil of the earth. When man began to cultivate over time, in addition to knowledge, wisdom was used, and the wise and intelligent man learned to respect the laws of nature. Because nature has its own rules, and if we want to ignore these rules, we end up losing ourselves. Any disaster on land, soil, seawater and air with all the toxic or radioactive and chemical substances that we constantly inflict on them, results and harms us directly. And this is one of the laws of nature. Unfortunately, due to ignorance, greed and lack of foresight, we humans do these things that if they continue like this, we will definitely extinct our generation. And finally the earth reaches a stage that is uninhabitable for humans. But after man, all the earth does is shake itself a little and start all over again. However, it is we humans who need to understand what calamities we are causing on earth and ourselves. Let's move on. So man had learned during agriculture to rest the soil he was using every once in a while. And he realized that when we always exploit the earth's surface crust, it gradually decays. And the people and tribes who did not follow this issue became extinct. An important reason was that they did not follow the laws of nature. But the tribes and people who had learned with great wisdom and knowledge, that how to use and care for the soil of the earth, their generation would be better and stronger and healthier, and they would grow and develop more. So far enough for this video today. I will be with you in the next video as this topic continues. And be aware of the next video by turning on the notification button. To support me and create more useful content, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button. Thank you for being with me. If the content of this video was useful, please consider to like and subscribe. Happy food, happy body.